Another episode, Just Learn Crypto, here with Aidan as always. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, because today we've got a really cool guest coming on. So we have Mblu from Uplift.art here to talk about his amazing NFT collection, also the charity aspect behind it and how this NFT thing is enabling so much great change to happen in the world. Mblu, thank you for coming on. Give yourself an introduction, man. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with Uplift.art.
Oh, holy smokes. Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate that introduction. Mblu, musician, producer, philanthropist, technologist, Bitcoin OG, Ethereum OG, crypto. I mean, OG, right? Like, you know,
AKA
it's a decade, right?
Hands, AKA holding, AKA I'm not selling. Gotcha. OG.
Oh man, yeah, I've got balls of steel, man.
Awesome, man. What year did you actually get into?
I've held on some massive almost profit.
What year? What was the year you actually like first got into crypto?
The latter part of 2012.
Okay, wow, super OG, double stamped, red sealed OG. Gotcha, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, so OG that I got it and then kind of sat on it for a year and almost forgot that I had it until somebody called me up and started asking me questions about crypto. And I go, oh, I bought some Bitcoin. And I looked at it and I'm going, whoa, I bought some Bitcoin.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is on. And then from that day on, I was just like, and then I found Ethereum and my mind went, and I was just off to the races. And I've been in, seems like hundreds of different projects, right? Wow. You know, as an investor, like in and out, reading white papers.
Dude, I mean, I'm 2016. I bow down to you. You've got a whole happening on me, bro. You've got a whole 4-year block on me. But that's amazing, man. I mean, I feel that way too, man. The amount of projects I've researched going through the ICO boom in 2017. Now this feels like the exact same thing with NFTs, but it's not all the bullshit that the ICOs were in 2017. Like there's real dude, you're building a school in Haiti from NFTs, man. Like what the hell? Let's go.
Holy crap. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. I mean, first of all, comparing this NFT craze, right, is much different than the ICO craze because this actually has something to it that can actually change the world in a really cool way. I mean, it's a knife, it's like you can use it to kill and you can use it as a tool. Mm-hmm. But how we're leveraging at least this technology, there is a possibility right now in history to actually create a win-win-win economic paradigm that just couldn't have been done before. So we now have these tools because we're seeing it in action. We're seeing it happening. Mm-hmm. I get messaged quite a bit in Telegram from people telling me these stories of getting an NFT for free or really cheap, right? And then it mooned, and it may have not have sounded like a meaningful amount of money to me, right? From where I'm at in life and for whatever luck bestowed on me to be born in the part of the world that I was born in and, have, the luxuries that I have, as opposed to being born in some other region of the world that just wouldn't have afforded me any opportunity, right? So I get these messages from people all over the world from time to time, sometimes really touching about how, with Uplift.art, we're very generous, right? And it's like we want, it's just like that, living in that vibration of being generous. So we give away, a lot of meaningful pieces, right? Low mints and pieces that have some value to them, as well as just some, common stuff. But, so anyways, to hear these comments from people that, what is a cup of coffee to us, or a meal value, is something of substance to some of these people that, first of all, they can't believe somebody just gave them something that was that could have, you know, fed them for a day or a week, right? But you know, it kind of puts humanity into it in a different level context to them.
I mean, just the support of artists right now, like the amount of just community driven projects that, you know, as soon as a certain community picks it up, it just gets the support from everyone, whether they throw $5 into it or $50,000. Like, we're seeing such a wide spectrum of support from different communities. And yeah, man, NFTs are making it easy to help globally. And that's like what's so exciting about it. And it's fun too. It's like, you're not just helping, like, you know, you donate to a charity, you get a magnet put on your fridge. This is like, these are NFTs that have utility and that can make you money that you can then turn around and donate more of. Like, it's really a beautiful thing that's happening right here, man.
It is. I mean, and like you said earlier, you know, building schools in Haiti, right? Well, my wife and I went through, and we've got 2 natural born sons as well. We went through a, you know, 4-year long adoption process in Haiti.
Wow.
And going through that process and being, you know, a fanatic about blockchain, I'm always looking for use case, right, in the world. And when you go to Haiti, you just go, boom, oh my God, use case galore.
Yeah.
You know, they got to clean up this charitable, you know, obviously, you know, they got billions of dollars in this tsunami, you know, mess that happened like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And you go down there and it looks like it hit yesterday. Like, it's just still in ruins.
So
and
you're saying just like the level of corruption that must be happening because there's no proper
accountability, right?
no ledger system, right?
Right. So, you know, you introduce blockchain into the charitable space to where every transaction is on chain. You can at least audit the trail and you can see, hey, where did my $1 million for the school go, right? Or where did my $10 for the food program go, right? So you can.
Aidan, I see your alien brain just grinding away over there, man. Speak up on this, because I mean, me and you are very well versed in the charity game. So
yeah,
what's your thoughts on this?
With not-for-profits for almost a decade now. When you got into crypto, I was still in high school, so I've been kind of grinding since I finished that. And what you learn very quickly is that, you know, when there's no business around it, when there's no for-profit side to it, it's very hard to raise the kind of money that's needed to make a huge change. And that's why I think it's important that it's something that you can do, you know, 40 plus hours a week. It's something that you can put all of your time and energy and focus into. And it's a lot better for it to be, you know, a business that has more than one side to it, but that also allows you to give 100%. And at the end of the day, often do a lot more for the world. So.
Right. Well, exactly. I mean, and that's what I found early, because when I got back from Haiti the first time, I'm thinking, oh my God, you know, it's like, I got to do something. Like, you know, once you see a house that's on fire and you know that there's children in there.
Speaking of which, there's people on this video that aren't going to watch to the end. So if you want to help build a school in Haiti, what's the quickest way right now, Mblu, they can go do that right now?
You can, we have a Wax account called Uplift.art. And you can send wax directly to that account. And that account goes directly to Haitian Roots, that is in the business of building schools in Haiti. And they're an NGO nonprofit based out of Utah that works exclusively in Haiti. They've built 2 schools. They've got their designs and permits for their 3rd school. So we just earned enough wax in this first quarter to build that school for them. So I want to thank the uplifters, the community, everybody that bought and supported this ride that we've been on. We thought it would take us all year, but fortunately
your goal date was what, December 31st, 2021, right? Like end of this year,
right? You know, and then just a myriad of, you know, fantastic events. You know, the price of wax doubling in the meantime certainly doesn't help.
Dude, it doesn't hurt. We're at like what, 30 cents right now. Like I'm not even that much of an OG into wax and NFTs. It was about a penny when I started buying in, and like, dude, it's been a wild 2 months. Like it's crazy. It's growing so fast. It's like parabolic right now. What's next now that you, I guess, have the funding to build the school? Like what's going to be next now?
Well, good question. We didn't expect the price to wax just
That's
double
why
that
that's
quickly,
why I
right?
asked, because I guess you guys kind of got caught like, wow, all of a sudden,
Like,
boom, let's
yeah,
do
right.
it. So
At the same time, because we're going to need, or not we're going to give it Haitian roots, but then we're going to have to coach them. I wish there was a DeFi for wax so that they could deposit that and then take there's a kind of a DeFi, but I don't know if it's the DeFi that we would need for them to take the value out of that, because we're at $508,000, right?
Aidan, do you have that pulled up still?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome. That's amazing, dude. Like
Yeah.
$500,000.
So
And when did you
officially
launch this campaign? Like how old is this campaign?
Boy, this is probably the total of about 4 months.
Wow, dude. That's I mean, at that trajectory, you're raising $1.5 million a year. Like, dude, you're gonna be building villages in Haiti soon, man. That's amazing.
Well, you guys can already build a school and buy my 1-of-1 Turkey Pepe.
Awesome. That's
shameless plug. Love it, man. I'm so proud of you, man. That's amazing. I mean, me and Aidan both work in fundraising, and that's incredible, man. That's incredible. There's thousands of charities that will never do that.
This just with the momentum of the Uplift world and what's going on there. And
what is going on there, man? I'm ashamed to admit I know what I think is quite a bit about Uplift.art. I'm excited to learn more about that from you. But tell me about Uplift World and how it's connected, or if it's connected to Uplift.
Yeah. It's Uplift.art is where I met Corey Cottrell, who's the visionary behind the Uplift World. I came in and gave him the support that he needed to take the vision to the next level, rallied the troops, and gave him firepower and resources to just allow him to shine. He's a visionary. He's a exceptional human being and friend. Super proud of him and to be on this journey with him. But yeah, so the Uplift world is just getting started. We have a massive amount of things that are happening in the background as far as partnerships.
What is the Uplift world? Is this a VR world? Is this a game you play on your computer?
The Uplift world is Ready Player One version 1 and built on Minecraft. And it'll always have a presence on Minecraft, but with our roadmap and how fast everything's moving, I think before you know it, we're going to be really in that Ready Player One environment.
Dude, that's my favorite book. One of my favorite movies. The book's way better than the movie. I'm actually reading Ready Player 2 right now. I don't know if you're into those books, but the second one's amazing.
No, I haven't picked that one up, but big fan of Ready Player One. And this is where we're going. And then version 1 that we're at within the Minecraft world is off the hook by itself. I mean, I personally don't need it to go any further, but we are, and we're going to take it.
Gotcha.
We're going to take it all the way. We have the funding, the resources, we have the partnerships, and that'll all be announced in the coming weeks and months. But yeah, there's a lot of firepower, a lot of passion, a lot of research. I mean, we've got a very smart, savvy team behind this operation. And a fantastic, passionate community. I mean, it's just everything's converging right now in such a beautiful fashion that I've never witnessed it in any other time in my life.
I think it's a brilliant idea to start by building it on top of Minecraft, which is something that people know, trust, and are familiar with, and then transition that into your own platform. Because we've seen, I think before, a lot of people try to create their own platform right out of the gate, and it's very hard to get the user base that you guys are seeing very early on. So I think that was a great move.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's also allowing us to really learn the community that's forming and what they're doing in there, what they're passionate about, and what their intent and actions are, and that way we can best map into the evolving world in a way that just feels like a dance, right? It's not like, oh, like what's this, right? It's just like this, because we can have these portals into these other worlds that aren't even Minecraft at all. So you're going to get the experience of moving out of the Minecraft experience anyways into another realm over here. And then over here, it's slightly different, right? So you're going to have this all kinds of different avenues to explore that isn't Minecraft within Minecraft, as well as, live concerts, being able to display video within the Minecraft environment, as well as photographs. And we're going to have probably dozens and dozens and dozens of epic NFT galleries scattered throughout the worlds, because it's a great environment to do it, and it's so creative.
Is this world built on the Wax blockchain, like, or Ethereum? Like, how's that work?
Well, Wax, and for a number of reasons, you couldn't do what we're doing. Yeah, you couldn't do what we're doing on Wax. I mean, on Ethereum. The way that the NFT standards called Atomic Assets, created by Pink Network.
Shout out to Jonah, because that guy's a machine, man.
Yep.
We had him on the show last week, and holy cow, man.
They're brilliant. They're superstars. And, and I'm fortunate enough to say they're advisors of ours as well.
Wow.
And
they're the Binance. He's the CZ of the NFT world. That's what I told him.
Yeah, for sure. And a great human too, on top of it. Man. I mean,
and so young, like, dude, that guy's got his stuff together for being so young, Yeah.
And he's he's really supported Uplift.art from the very get-go. So, I've got a lot of admiration and gratitude for both Jonah and Fabian. But yeah, so you can do things on Wax because of the instant and free transactions in the environment. It makes it, the perfect option for gaming. Mm-hmm. So with the gas fees on Ethereum, I don't know how anybody's surviving.
It's impossible. And I mean, the reality is with these massive multiplayer games and metaverses, like, is blockchain going to be enough to support 1 million users, 10 million users? Like, blockchains are still kind of slow, even the fast ones, Well,
that's why you really have to have a interesting, as a business, because we're getting into that now, in the whole scaling solution, because we are literally going to be bringing in possibly hundreds of millions of users.
Well, you're definitely bringing in two pretty hard right now.
But not necessarily into only the Uplift world. Mm-hmm. We have another entity that's been being built for the last 9 months in secret. That's going to be launching in April.
Okay. I mean, go ahead and unload as many juicy details as you want. We'll edit it out, probably, maybe.
I'm so jonesing to talk about it. But,
I bet, man. I could see the excitement coming off you, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. Let us know when you're ready to tell us about that. We'd love to have you on again, like, multiple times, man. Dude, okay, keep going, man. You're on a roll. Like, you're blowing my mind here.
Yeah, well, let's just say that, I started off in crypto, like end of 2012, and for the longest time I was just an investor, right? Just investing from the sidelines, just peeking out in Twitter and Telegram, and not really saying, just watching as an observer for a long, long time.
A fly on the wall.
Fly on the wall, right? But I always wanted to give value. Like, I'm just a giver by nature. So I was, but I guess I was in my school. I was in my education, I guess. So I was just watching, doing, learning.
You were growing, bro. You were just
growing, right?
Growing into the guy who was capable of building schools in Haiti and building metaverses and on-ramping millions of people. Hell yeah, dude. You're killing it right now, man.
Oh my God. But the thing that is just what's happened is and through this process and through the last, I'd say maybe the last 3 years, I've been kind of out there, right? And kind of slowly building the community, slowly kind of feeling my way. And I've met a lot of wonderful people. I'm some of the smartest, deepest people of my life are in this space. And so, I've met a lot of great doers and developers and visionaries
and podcasters.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I'm really liking the two of you guys. So I'm looking forward to more collaborations.
Thank you.
But within the last 6 months, it's been this, well, let's say 9 months, and it's been an explosion of really incredible, professional, world-class talent surrounding me and helping deliver my visions, right? And it's a collaboration. It's a dance, of course.
Of course.
But I'm just like amazed at who I get to talk to every day. I mean, just like,
dude, I'm with you, man. Dude, I've had every week, I tell Aidan this every week. I'm like, every week I have the craziest conversation of my life. And then the next week something tops it. And I'm like, man, I just talked to this guy and you're not going to believe like what he's done and what he's doing. I'm like, man, I didn't even know this was a thing. Or like, it's just an exciting time to be.
Well,
have you often say that the best leaders will hire and collaborate with people that they see as better than they are. And it's something that I strive for all the time. And I know the feeling that you're having. It's a beautiful feeling to feel like you have these absolute just masters of their craft all working behind your vision. And that's when beautiful things happen. So.
And beautiful things are happening right now, man. Like what's next, man? What's the next thing that people can look for either from Uplift.art or Uplift Lands in terms of like grabbing some NFTs? Because
oh my God, I am so
junkies.
I'm so on fire right now with this idea. I mean, there's so many things, so many plates spinning that they're all equally beautiful.
Is there one official thing in Easter that like people put in their calendar for down the road?
Jesus, man.
You can say no, man.
Let me just say one thing.
Put you on the spot so hard.
I am really enjoying listening to Ed Sheeran these days.
Wow, yeah, he's great, man.
But also on another note, there's this other gentleman who showed up in my life recently who's super connected to literally the wealthiest people in the world.
Sweet, man.
And
so introduce me to him.
And he's a really good human, right?
Awesome.
And he adores me, and I love that, right? It's
dude,
like,
I just met you and I adore you, so I get it.
So it's just real. I mean, just opening doors that I would have never even thought, like wouldn't even thought about, right? I'm going, what? So just craziness. But another thing that's really inspiring me right now is same gentleman brought to me this opportunity that's not only a really cool and unique NFT drop all in itself, right? With number
just the
one,
way it's structured, kind of, or
structured. It's going to be off the hook.
Cool.
Also tying in a musical element, but we're also going to be building that experience of it in the Uplift world.
Okay.
With a really dynamic journey to behold for anybody that wants a part of this, right?
Yeah.
So it's just going to be this cool crossover, never done before experience that's going to be done really well with a top team.
So just because I'm over caffeinated and a little medicated, remind me, is it a VR world or can I just play this on my laptop? Can I like eventually Uplift Land?
Eventually it'll be VR, but right now it's Minecraft.
And I can play it right now.
You'd have to be whitelisted in because the doors aren't officially open, but we've got about 75 people in there from different projects building.
Okay.
But pretty soon the doors are going to be open. And
75's pretty cool. You know what's a cool number? 77. Me and Aidan, just saying.
77.
As you can see, Aidan's a bit of a gamer. If you can see behind him, that's one of the world's largest Switch collections, Aidan?
Yeah, Minecraft's in there somewhere, so I'm ready.
Nice. Hey, you guys got to check out the Telegram channel, the Uplift World, if you're not in there. But it's just off the hook, full of great people. It's inspired. If you want to be surrounded by inspired humans, go to the Uplift World Telegram channel.
All right.
Hey, another question. Have you interviewed Corey Cottrell yet?
I haven't, and that name sounds familiar, but I can't place where he's from.
He's my partner in the Uplift World, and he's a musician, beautiful singer, songwriter.
Okay.
I see you're a musician too, but
I dabble.
He is going to be a fun interview for you guys.
So is he who you collaborated with to do Ken Bozak's jingle? Because damn, do I love that jingle, man.
That's him. That's he and I. Yeah.
Huddle, bro.
Yeah. He's doing the vocals and the lead guitar.
I love it, man. I play lead. I do a little vocals depending on how many cigarettes I've smoked in the day. I sound better or worse, you know.
Oh man, we got to collaborate.
Absolutely.
Do you write your own tunes?
I haven't really, man. I've honestly been so plugged in with crypto, with me and Aidan run another business together that takes a lot of time out of our week, on top of all the stuff we do for crypto and staying ahead of the curve. And you know, me and Aidan, we want to be leaders in this space in terms of education, so we're really, you know, doing a lot of research, watching a lot of other podcasters, and just constant networking with people in the space. So we want to be putting out as much valuable content for our followers as possible, and that takes a lot of work on the back end. I mean, you can't, you know, you don't just accidentally schedule 5 podcasts a week. You know what I mean? It's a lot of legwork to do that. So, you know, and we've got our website being built on the background. We've got new branding coming out. We're dealing with looking at bringing on other people to help us grow even more. So a lot goes into these things that people don't, you know, they see the end result, the NFT, the fact that you raised $500,000 to build a school in Haiti, and they're like, wow, that guy's lucky. It's like, no, like,
hey,
a lot of work goes into things.
You know, now that you guys are talking like this, the enterprise that will be announced here in April, crypto and blockchain education is going to be really helpful. So I would love to see what you guys are doing, and maybe there's some sort of collaboration, win-win-win, to where, you know, we really need people to understand what NFTs are.
Yeah.
There's a big issue with artists right now of, you know, Ethereum and proof of work being really wasteful and opposite of green, right? But they don't realize that there's something called Wax, which is this eco-friendly, you know, blockchain. So it's like, you know, they're all looking at blockchain bad because it's a monster energy sucker, you know, so they're labeling all blockchain as bad because they don't know that there's other alternatives.
Yeah, and the thing is like, this argument hasn't come up this regularly in my life until the past month. And now I find, like, I've got the random old guy who lives in the house, the apartment beside me, being like, yeah, I know you're all into that blockchain stuff, but you know how much fucking energy that shit uses? I'm like, yeah, a lot, but nothing compared to how much energy the central banking system uses or a government uses. Like, you know, it's comparing apples to tanks.
Right. Or pulling that gold out of the ground.
Right, exactly. and it's just, yeah, it's one of those like, if you can tell,
you know what you should do?
We've been in debates all month about this.
You know what you should do is you should print off a gold mine, you know, or any type of, and show him.
I live in Alberta. This is the oil mining capital of Canada, and this guy's going to tell me that a couple people running a node to support a blockchain is going to destroy the world. I mean, it uses a lot. It does create a lot of e-waste. I'll give it that. But I mean, it's such a small fraction, and there are so many eco-friendly options like Wax.
Well, and progression is always going to take energy of one kind or another.
Of course,
like there's new stuff being created, and it's not going to come from nowhere. But just from like a consumer perspective, when you look at Ethereum, there's a certain hesitation when you're looking at, listing an NFT or buying an NFT or creating an NFT that's like, oh my God, it costs as much as my phone bill to even try to do any of those things. So it creates kind of a paralysis where you don't take the first step. Whereas my first week on Atomic Hub, I was relisting things and throwing things around and seeing what happened and just testing the water, which I think is important.
The issue right now is that people are hearing about NFTs, going on OpenSea, seeing a gas fee and saying, fuck NFTs. It's impossible and no one can do this because the education isn't there yet to be like, no, listen, bro, we know ETH tried to hurt you, but Wax, come over to Wax. We're going to make it all right. It's going to be fun. There's some weird stuff. I saw a booger for sale on the atomic market the other day, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And that's what we're trying to do here, guys. So keep watching these episodes, subscribe, share this stuff. If you found something valuable in here, comment it. And a huge shout out to Car City Canada as well for making these episodes such a regular thing. Jordan is a good friend of mine and an expert in the space. He just loves teaching people about crypto. So if anyone in Ottawa watching this, because I know that we got some friends from my hometown on this show, if you guys need a car, go see him. He'll take Bitcoin. You can buy a car from him with Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. He's a crypto OG as well. Mblu, tell the people what to do, bro. What do they need to do right now?
Think of what you're grateful for and hold that in your heart. Then you can go to Uplift.art, follow me at Mblu Crypto at Twitter, and just keep uplifting away.
This guy's making us look good. Shawn, we got to work on our outro here.
Yeah, we need to work on our outro. We're gonna end this episode. We're gonna stay on the Zoom here because I really want to talk to you a little bit more private here, Mblu, if you have a little bit of time. But guys, Thanks for tuning in, honestly, and we'll see you on the next episode of Just Learn Crypto.
Class dismissed.
Peace.